Hello, we're going to do a quick review of right triangles. You learned this in geometry. You did some of it in Algebra 2. Okay, Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, and c is the hypotenuse, right? So you have 3 squared plus 9 squared equals x squared. You get 9 plus 81 equals x squared. You get 81. There we go. You get 90 equals x squared. So x is equal to the square root of 90. We can pull out a 3, or the 9, right? So you get 3 root 10. This is exact. Those are the type answers. We want this whole unit. All right? Okay, this time we have x squared plus 5 squared equals 6 squared. So x squared equals 36 minus 25. And you see I did that in my head. X squared equals the square root of 9? Or is that 11? Must be 11. Oh. So, sorry, it's not. All right, and that's another one that's exact. All right, we like exact answers. I don't want a decimal out of your calculator. Triples, you should know those. Triples, you have 3, 4, 5. And what else? 7, something, something, something. Look them up, okay? Know those. It just saves you time in the long run. It's something like 7, 24, 25. Is that right? I don't know. Something 12 and 13. Anyway, 45-degree triangles. All right, if I have a box like this side is A, this side is A. I want to know the hypotenuse. Well, a squared plus a squared equals x, okay? That's 2a squared. And if I solve for x, I take the square root. This becomes a root 2, and this equals x. So the sides of a 45 triangle, instead of using an x, I'm going to replace it and put in a root 2. Okay? So here I have a right triangle. If it's 45 degrees, we know you multiply. We know a times root 2 is equal to 15. So a is equal to 15 divided by root 2. That's the sides. Okay? This is a, and that's a. If you clean it up, you multiply top and bottom by root 2. And you get 15 root 2 over 2. A lot of times we don't make you clean them up. Okay? This is the other side. If it's a 45 triangle, you multiply the sides by root 2 to get to the other side. So root 10 times root 2 equals root 20, which simplifies to 2 root 5. So this equals 2 root 5, and this is root 10 also. All right? You need to know those ratios. 45, 45, a, and a root 2. 30, 60, 90. If you start with an isosceles triangle, and you make this side 2a, and you go like this, I mean, it's an equilateral. This ends up being a 60-degree angle. From here to here is a. This is 30. That's the hypotenuse. So you have a squared plus x squared equals 4a squared. Okay. Then you subtract an a squared from both sides, and you get 3a squared. Take the square root, and you get x is equal to a root 3. So this side of my triangle on a 30, 60, 90, the short side is a, the hypotenuse is 2a, and this is a root 3. Okay, so if I know this is 2a, then this side is, half of that is 7, and we know a times root 3 is that side, so you get 7 root 3. Okay, this is the long side, it's 2a, so this is 5. That makes this side 5 root 3. This is the short side, you multiply it by 2 to get the long side. And you multiply it by root 3 to get, no, sorry, This is the hypotenuse. This is the long side. I said that wrong. Is the square root of 45, which is 9 times 5. Okay? And then you have all your sides. Know how to do that. Get good at them, because we're going to live on 45, 45, 90 triangles and 30, 60, 90s. SOHCAHTOA is a right triangle. Remember, you had the sine of your angle is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. You know the cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And you know that the tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. Okay, so this one you'd say you have opposite over hypotenuse. You know the sine of 42 is equal to x over 10. You 10 times the sine of 42, and you get the value for x. Okay, here I've got adjacent hypotenuse, so I want to do the cosine of 31 equals adjacent over x. To solve for x, you're going to do this way. In this case, your calculator's on degrees. When we get into the unit circle, it will always be on radians, okay? Here I've got an opposite and an adjacent, so I'm going to use tangent. 6 over 17. And you can get this ratio out of your calculator, and then you do an inverse tan of 6 over 17, and that gives you the angle. All right? That's a quick review. SOHCAHTOA, 30, 60, 90s, 45s. Stuff you need to know. Thanks. Bye.